And yo, once again, we are back. It is the West Coast crossover. I am JD.
And I'm Jeremiah the Prophet. And this is the podcast where if your podcast ain't this, it's weak as fuck. And if your team ain't the Lakers, then they're trash too, nigga.
Facts. And I know the Lakers are not in the playoffs right now, but we are talking NBA playoffs and much, much more. But Prophet, let them know what's happening right off at the
First, I'm rooting against OKC. Sorry, Westbrook, nothing personal, but we trying to get PG-13. Lake Show, West Side. Matter of fact, while we at it, fuck C-L-E. Bron go for 50, get a triple-double, lose to the Warriors, then leave. West Side. Everybody come to LA, fuck D'Antoni. Use the trash-ass coach, and the Lakers was supposed to have CP3. I hope the Rockets catch a fade, but not to Utah, cause fuck the JZZs. They some Laker enemies for life, and you know I hate the motherfucking C's. So I guess I'm rolling with the Warriors and Katie's BDBs.
Yo, let's get into the playoffs. Let's talk about LeBron. Matter of fact, let's jump into that series right out the gate. Yo, the Cavaliers, as of last night, since we recorded this, just took a 3-0 lead over the Raptors. They came out, was beating the dog shit out of the Raptors. The Raptors came back, made a game of it. Then LeBron, as much as he get criticized, he made a clutch shot to win the game for the team. Cavaliers go up 3-0. No hope at all for the Raptors, from what I could tell. So it's looking like the Cavaliers' advancement to the finals. Kevin Love stepped up and finally started helping LeBron along with some of his other teammates. He's not just carrying the team himself this series, although he did in Game 1. And he had to show the heroics at the end of Game 3. Yeah. But, man, Cavs up 3-0, and it looked like they about to sweep the Raptors in Toronto. Man, what's been your thoughts on this series so far?
Man, I feel like LeBron James is being a beast right now. I cannot believe how this dude is getting down. I really thought going into the playoffs that even though the Pacers were kind of a trash team, they would beat the Cavaliers because the rest of the team was playing so bad, man.
Shit, they tried.
Man, right. I mean, it really went a lot of games, man, and there was some breaks that went the Cavaliers' way, but overall, LeBron just took that shit over in a way I haven't seen him play like, man. And then when it comes to this Raptors series, dude, I can't believe that the Raptors don't got more to give against the Cavaliers, man. And I'm not a believer in the Raptors.
Hey, you better believe it, because the last 4 years they've been getting bitch slapped out the playoffs by the Cavs. This is just how that shit go for the Raptors, dog. So the
cold, dog. They were the number one.
For the Pacers. No, nigga, it don't matter, dog. They could have been number one. Cavs could have been number whatever. If they face the Cavs is bitch slapping their ass out the playoffs. That's just how it goes every single year.
Damn, nigga. I guess I didn't believe in all that shit, but I believe in it now, my nigga. And I tell you another person that I'm a believer in, as I was alluding to before, LeBron James. This nigga and his hairline, dog, have just improved over the years, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Him and his hairline have been improving over the years. The nigga, okay, I'm going to say something that might sound blasphemous to a lot of y'all Laker fans out there, but it's just real shit, man. I got to keep 100, bro. Check this out. Over my lifetime, I was born in 1979. I was too young. I watched video of Magic Johnson's first championship. You know what I mean? And I've seen him ball out. But when it comes, of course, he was a baller. He's my favorite player of all time. And I've seen the Lakers all the way since that team with the Showtime Lakers through today, right? And I watched the NBA all of those years. There are about 4 very epic playoff runs that I've seen in my lifetime. I've seen, and I mean the whole playoffs, from the first, series all the way through to where it's just dominating game after dominating game, and it seems the dude is unstoppable. I've seen that first with Michael Jordan. I'm gonna be real. Magic and them, they played a team game, dog, and it was, the whole team looked dope as fuck. But Jordan, I seen that nigga dominate through a whole playoffs where I was like, bro, I mean, they're gonna win, fuck it. You can tell in the third round, nah, man, they're not gonna lose with this dude like this. Right. I saw that again with Shaquille O'Neal. We had the year when we lost the game against Allen Iverson when he stepped over Tyronn.
When they went 16-1 and was dominating.
Yes, man. Shaq was just otherworldly. You couldn't do shit with him, man. I also saw that, believe it or not, with Dirk Nowitzki. The first time, I think the best set of games he's ever had was 16 games in a row through
Right.
a playoff series when they beat the Lakers out of it, when Andrew Bynum gave the nigga that forearm, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember
that
that.
year, he was giving Lamar Odom fits. He was giving Andrew Bynum fits. And then he went on later on, and I watched him against the Miami Heat. He was doing that same shit, and he just could not miss. The dude was just sick. Yeah, he couldn't be stopped, dog. Right now, LeBron James is the fourth person I'm seeing doing that shit, dog. Like when he played against the Golden State Warriors that year, he was balling out, but that wasn't the whole playoffs the same. This one, everybody's hurt and playing trash, and this nigga's been putting the squad on his back, dog. And I was like a lot of people that criticized my nigga, man, and said that he didn't have that killer instinct. This nigga's balls done dropped, nigga. Maybe he had to be 35, but that shit came into play now, dog.
Hey, better late than never, I guess.
Right, man.
Because they need it now.
Man, and I mean, do you feel the same way, man? I don't know. I didn't mention Kobe, dude. And Kobe's had some killer damn series, and he's had some killer games.
Well, no, and you didn't mention Kobe, and I can't think off the top of my head anytime Kobe has been just the one singular driving force from game one of the first series of the playoffs all the way to the championship. Not like that. I've seen him do it in spurts.
Yeah.
Like the first time being against the Pacers when Shaq went out and he went off for the last portion of that game to carry the Lakers to a key victory. There was times during, the King series, but even stuff like during the Celtics when they won that championship, he had a bad final game.
He had a lot of them. Yeah, and he
had a lot of those.
He did that against the Pistons too. Yeah, that's real shit, man.
But yeah, as much to your point, I haven't seen anybody just really carry their team from beginning to end, and it's clearly them, like 95% them, and you can tell that the team would be absolutely nowhere without this person. So yeah, man, I'm with you, man. LeBron's been balling out.
It's been crazy, dog. And people are still hating on the nigga, man. We go into our West Coast crossover forums, which you guys are welcome to join. We do want y'all to be interacting with us and telling us what you think about the boy. And a lot of people are like, man, hell nah, I don't want him to come to the Lakers with his hairline. That nigga pussy and whoop-de-whoop. Like, are you watching the same thing I watch? Oh yeah, he be flopping, man. Kobe ain't never flopped it. Nigga, you done lost your mind, dog. That nigga can flop his ass all the way around LAX, nigga.
That's dog. Hey, I don't know what people are. I really don't understand why you wouldn't want LeBron James on the Lakers either, man. Because I be seeing that same shit all the time, and there is an absolute clear divide. And you can feel all that way you want about LeBron, but when you look at him play basketball, man, my lifetime, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it better, other than Michael Jordan. I've never seen anybody like LeBron in the league. He's clearly still the best player in the league at the 15th year, in his 15th year. Why do you not want that on the Lakers? I don't get it. I don't get that, man. He's clearly leading his team. But yo, back to that series, Cleveland 3-0, about to get rid of the motherfucking Raptors. Right. Their next game is going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
let's get out.
How about this? Let's skip over to this other game in the East, this other series in the East, my man. The Celtics and the 76ers. And look, I hate to be one that I say I told you so, but I told you so. I know it makes no sense. The Sixers are way more talented than the Celtics, with them being injured and everything. But I told you, for whatever reason, there's no way that the 76ers can be in the finals, just because it makes no sense.
Hey, that's cold-blooded that you did say that. You certainly did call that. But, man, I thought that just that they had so much talent that they'd ball. But really what it looks like to me, what does make sense is they hit a rookie situation, dog, to where they're not able to finish games. They are being outsmarted and out-veteran, old-school.
Out-coached.
Out-coached.
All that praise that gets put onto Brad Stevens, I think a lot of that is well-deserved. And I think he proved that as soon as he came into the league, and the job that he's doing right now, in regards to all those injuries that they suffered, they're doing it with rookies. Tatum has been an amazing baller this year. He's had 20 plus points in every single game of the playoffs for the Celtics. Nobody in all of the Celtics fucking lore and legend has ever done that. Not Larry, not Mikal, none of them niggas ever did that as a rookie. I don't even know if they did that as a regular player, dog. He's balling out. Terry Rozier is balling out. Jaylen Brown. A lot of dudes are stepping up for the Celtics, and they are putting a fucking hurting on the Sixers, dog.
Yeah, man. They're getting the breaks beat off them, dog. And, that's just what it is when you're rookies, man.
Did you see that last game though when the Sixers were actually winning?
Yeah.
And then the Celtics came the fuck back, tied it up, and beat their ass in overtime. Right? So
yeah, they fell all the way off, and it looked like some younger kid playing stuff. That's what it looked like. It looked like they fell apart. And Ben Simmons, man,
1 point, nigga. What the fuck,
nigga? That dude is a baller.
Did that? I'm sorry, bro.
But it trips you out when you say a dude is going through the season all season long, serving people, but then you get in the playoffs and then you get a good look at him for a couple games in a row, and you're like, nah, hold up, this nigga can't shoot. All season long, the niggas get 20 points a game.
It's glaring. Man,
yeah, bro, that was pretty damn bad. I gotta say, the Sixers are disappointing me. I wanted to hit up my homeboy. Matter of fact, let's give a shout out to Coach O from Citrus Valley High School. He is a Sixers fan, and he's been checking us out, and he keeps his eye on the Lakers too. He's a Laker hater, but he watches more Lakers than Laker fans do. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. So, the Laker hater. We'll take that.
Yeah, he loved the Lakers secretly though. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna give him a shout out because I wanted to call him up and be like, hey, yo, the Sixers are a super disappointment, my G. And I was just gonna hit him up like really honestly, man, but I felt like it would feel too disrespectful, so I didn't even do it, my nigga. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it on air for you.
Is he an Eagle fan?
No, I don't think so, man. I'm not sure, man.
If he is, he should be happy enough. So anyway, go ahead and hit him up and see what's up, and let's get his thoughts and feelings, because that would be dope.
Yeah, we will do that. And you know what? Speaking of our thoughts and feelings, a lot of niggas been in their thoughts and in their feelings in this Pelicans and Warriors series over on the West Coast. Have you been seeing that with Rondo and Draymond and motherfucking and Charles Barkley talking shit, man? Have you checked that out?
Yeah, I seen all that. A lot of shit talking going on. Rondo ain't standing for none of that Draymond shit. Charles Barkley talking about punching Draymond. And then speaking of punch, Pelicans try to put up a fight and got the shit smacked out of them in game 4. So we got Golden State leading that series 3-1, looking like they're going to take care of the Pelicans with no problem.
Yeah, man.
Curry back into the mix.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant. You know how that team is, man. Anybody can find their stroke at any minute. You can always have 3 dudes with 20 plus points and 115 points on the board with no problem for the Warriors. So the defense showed up, shut down the Pelicans, man. Anthony Davis doing all he can, Drew Holiday doing all he can. Right. But come on, it's the Pelicans. They did more than what we expected by getting into this round and by getting a game period, if you ask me, in my opinion. So
I gotta say, I agree with that one, bro. You know, they didn't seem like they was about that life. They really ain't about that life. But they've been pretending to be for a good minute, and they've been doing a pretty good imposting job right there. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Hey, before we jump ship real quick on them, I actually want to shout them out because I actually like the mix of players that they have right now.
Who are you talking
minus
about?
The Pelicans. Minus Boogie Cousins. But clearly, they don't have enough without Boogie Cousins. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out for them moving forward with him coming off that injury.
Yeah, man, it is going to be a good look, man. Make it. Go ahead and fix your mic, my G. It is going to. It's going to be interesting to see what they do going forward, because the way it works with Boogie Cousins' contract is that he will be able to sign for the most with them. But obviously, no one's looking to sign him at a max contract, most likely, right?
Not for 4 or 5 years, I don't think.
No, but if they don't do that, they run the high risk of losing Anthony Davis, because everybody is not going to be coming back next year, for one. For two, they are close friends, man. And they meant to get together and play together on that team. So they're kind of between a rock and a hard place, man, because if they don't, and here's the other thing, if they don't bring Boogie back, which is one of their best players, they are technically going to lose him for nothing. They're at the cap space right now. So they're kind of screwed either way. So they might as well kind of use what they have in Boogie, since they have kind of an inside track on him. Because, even though the dude's injured and he has a suspect track record with dealing with people and everything, that's somebody that you would think you can add into the mix of what they got going on some kind of way rather than just being the regular fucking Pelicans, man. You know,
and being happy that you're in the second round.
Yeah, it's suspect, man. It's suspect, you know.
Well, you know what? That might be the only advantage that they have is that they can offer him that 5 years, because I'm not sure if he's going to get a full max deal anywhere else coming off that injury.
Exactly. And so even though other people aren't going to want to give it to him like that, just the idea that he might go somewhere else, period. I'm telling you, they're in a tricky position. They might want to just take that gamble, but if it goes bad, then they'll lose Anthony Davis too, dog. I mean, that's around the corner. That's the next free agent they got coming up after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. I don't know how you're going to retain him. So,
yeah, it's a tricky situation. Now, do you think the Lakers, our team out here on the West Coast, will they go after Boogie if they can get him on the low for low?
Man, I think that I don't know how low you talking, but I think I don't think Boogie fits in, man. I've been saying that all year. I don't like his game with the Lakers and how they play. I like him as a player. He is very talented, but I just don't think he fits in age-wise. And that injury, man, is just really scaring me away. So I don't know. I don't think you take Boogie unless he's willing to take a 2 or 3 year deal at some kind of discount, or if he wants to take a big 1 year deal and just have a tryout like that with the Lakers, where you sign him for 1 year, you ball out, we'll sign you for 1 year for like, 20 million they gave.
Yeah, the most we can pay. The most you can pay for 1 year. Because you didn't get what's it called? The big fish, you know what I mean?
And then, you know what? You ball out with us, you can get that 5th year. So who knows, man? But I would not have him on the top of the priority list. Let's put it that way.
You know what, man? That is an interesting idea, dog. What they did with KCP this year and gave him a trial year, and next year he's going to get that money. Next year he's going to do good.
Somebody else? With somebody else?
Yeah, he's going to get the money for it. Somebody else. So if Boogie looks at that and says, you know what? Shit, I could do that then. Fuck it. Y'all don't want to pay me max? Let the Lakers pay me. Because I don't think he's going to want to take a low deal for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, nigga,
right.
No,
and I also don't think he's going to want to sign in for 5 years with New Orleans, even with Anthony Davis there.
He might. That's what I mean about them having that inside track.
Yeah, that is. But yeah, that $200 million, that's a different story.
Plus, that's his boy over there, man. They kind of got a little situation. He's been having some really troubling times over there in Sacramento. And, to have Rondo and Anthony Davis, they kind of got a good handle on how to work that team dynamic situation with him. You know what I mean? And
Is Rondo coming back, though? Is Rondo coming back?
Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. It'll be hard to let him go after this, to me. I mean, if they don't, that's what I'm saying. If they don't bring back, if they don't get better and not worse, dog, they're going to lose Anthony Davis. Because if they let Rondo go, who has been a big reason why they're doing so well right now in this playoffs, and then they don't re-sign Boogie either, I'm telling you, dog, then they go take a step backwards. You're depending on Mirotic and them way too much. Yeah. And they lose some of that team dynamic they got going on. I don't know, man. It sounds boring talking about the fucking Pelicans, though, man.
So let's jump on over, man. Let's jump on over to the Rockets and the Jazz. Rockets currently lead that series 2-1. But as we speak right now, the Rockets are winning that game 72-57 with about 4:30 to go in the third. It looks like they're going to cruise to victory and take a 3-1 lead. I had the Rockets winning this series, even though at the beginning of the year, I had them going out in the second round to whoever they played. Didn't matter because of D'Antoni. But looks like they will advance to the second round and have to see the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, man. And it's looking like they might be able to put up a fight against the Warriors, especially if Stephen Curry winds up getting a hurt ankle, some shit like that.
Man, do you really think that if Steph Curry's there, or if they're even just like at, their strength that they are right now, that Houston has a chance against them? Because I don't, bro. I'm going to be honest.
Man, I don't know, man. I think Houston actually might have a chance. I would still pick the Warriors. Don't trip. I'm still picking the Warriors in that series. But I think I would not be as surprised as I would have been in the beginning of the season to see Houston actually pull off the upset and win that game. Win that series. So they'll have the home court advantage to start at least. It's going to be a high offensive game. It's going to be 115, 120, stuff like that. I'm looking forward to seeing it myself. Honestly, I'm going to be watching that series with a lot of interest, seeing who comes out of that, because that's the team that I expect to ultimately win the championship.
The Warriors.
The Warriors, yeah.
Exactly, dog. But if the Rockets do get past the Warriors, well, first of all, wait a second. Now that we broke down what all the teams that are in there, who wins the East. Who wins the East, dog?
With the Celtics taking care of the Philadelphia 76ers like that, that means it's going to be a cakewalk for LeBron and them. They're going to take care of the Celtics in 5-6 games, go into the finals, and get wiped out there by the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. I don't know, dog.
What do you mean you don't? What do you not know about? What did I say that was not factual?
Nigga, the Celtics, I feel like are going to take that L, bro.
To who?
To the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, I said the same thing. The Cavaliers are going to wipe their ass out.
And then I think that the Rockets might fuck around and beat the Warriors, even though I just said the opposite. Just what
exactly,
I said the opposite.
Dog. You
and the fucking
back up. Hold on.
And the Cavs could beat the Rockets and win the championship, nigga. That'll be fucking crazy. I'm just joking, dog. I'm bullshitting, dog. I'm bullshitting, nigga. That was just my Skip Bayless backwards ass shit to say, nigga, just to fuck with your head. Nah, my G.
Peddling that ass over there.
Nah, my G. Nah, hell nah. Fucking the Cavs are going to beat the Celtics if they get against them. Just because the Celtics, man, they're making a hell of a run right now. Right. But I can't see this team beating the Cavs right now. They've been doing great right now. I wouldn't have been surprised if the Sixers would have won that, though. You see, I called them. You know, they got past this. They're going to get past the Sixers. Cool. But nah, man, the Cavs are going to put up a fucking fight against them. And then the Rockets, you already know how I feel about them, dog. D'Antoni and them, fuck them dudes, man. They better be glad that they putting them things on the Jazz right now. You know? They better be glad that they didn't have to see the Spurs with a Kawhi Leonard instead of these Jazz that they're playing right now.
Hey, but all you can do is play who's in front of you, so they're taking care of business right now. Like I said, they about to go up 3-1, so they should be taking care of the Jazz here in quick order. And we can get to those series actually rather quickly, man, with all these series seemingly going to wrap up pretty soon.
Yeah, man, it's coming to it, dude. It's coming to it. And so it looks like we're going to end up seeing LeBron James in the finals again, and LeBron James might, by what both of us are saying, LeBron James is going to make it into the finals and then get bounced by the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, it's going to be too much.
Then, do you think he looks back and says, "Holy shit, man! I had all these niggas on my back, dog. We done made it all against the Warriors, dude." I can't give no more to these motherfuckers, bro. I need I need to switch this shit up again, dog. You know what I mean? You think that's what he do?
I think he's already made up his mind to do that, in all honesty, dog. And I think when that happens, like you said, that's just going to cement that, you know what I'm saying? Because he's going to have that as a real thing to look upon and just help solidify his decision that, hey, I've done all I can do for Cleveland. I'm out of here. Deuces. I don't like Dan Gilbert. I got other interests I can start getting into. And who knows, man? The rumor mill is going crazy with LeBron coming to LA. You know what I'm saying? Even some free agent, like I read on Laker Nation recently, a lot of NBA execs think that the Lakers actually might be favorites to land LeBron. But then you can also read reports everywhere else that that's just not the case, and they're just one of a handful of teams in the mix. So it's going to be interesting to see if that actually happens this summer. I'm going to be interested to see what happens with the Laker fans. And like you said, there's already a divide there with people thinking about him coming or not. I'm interested to see what happens if he actually comes and how people are going to act and how people are going to respond to LeBron and the Laker uniform.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. If he were to come to the Lakers, there's going to be backlash around the world for whatever he does. If he goes anywhere except for Miami or fucking Cleveland, even if he went back to Miami, they'd be like, what the fuck, nigga? but especially if he goes to the Lakers, man, it's going to be an issue. But I can't believe these weirdo-ass Laker fans that have the nerve to say that they wouldn't want him here. And somebody made a good point in our forums. I think it was John Lunt. Big up, John, for always being active in our forums. He said that when Kareem came over from the Milwaukee Bucks back in the 70s, when niggas had bell bottoms on, he was not well received amongst Laker fans. Niggas was hating on him too. You know why? Because he's a black man, Muslim, they don't take none of that bullshit.
70s and all that other shit.
Corny ass, Bonky. he wasn't corny as fuck like a lot of these people want people to be. And I think that's why a lot of people hate on LeBron too, real talk. He's too good of a nigga, dog. People hate on him.
Yeah, and people come with that lame excuse, oh, well, the Lakers, we don't need to trade for anybody. Hey, the Lakers have always been able to trade from superstars. Going all the way back to who you just said, Kareem, whether it be Shaq, who they kind of got through free agency trade, but still he was an import from somewhere else. All kind of players came to the Lakers and helped with their success. Wilt Chamberlain, go back to there. So, man, I don't know why y'all hating on LeBron in that facet, talking about you just don't want some guy from some other team coming over here. He's not going to ruin Kobe's legacy. That is what it is, and that's clear when you talk to Kobe fans specifically. Oh, yeah. Y'all are tripping talking about y'all don't want LeBron in a Laker uniform, period. You see he likes Lonzo already.
What?
He has a house out here. The seeds are planted.
What could happen? What could possibly be the downside of having the best player in the NBA on your team? What the fuck? I mean, I'm for real. Like, really? Really? What's
please? Yeah.
Why don't niggas all embrace that, man? And like I said, the nigga is getting older, and and it might have took a while, man. There's been some times where me and my wife have sat and roasted LeBron, like, man, dog, this big ass nigga, dog, you big, nigga, get big, and seeing him dealing with certain injuries and like, man, being a Kobe fan and saying, nah, Kobe would have did blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Yep. But I watched a game recently, where one of these little young dudes was trying to tussle with LeBron under the basket, and LeBron gave this nigga a mean push, like, fuck off me, boy. Right, that's what I'm saying. Leave LeBron alone. Hey, he said, "Get the fuck off me, dude," and and walked off with an air about himself, like, nigga, I'm LeBron James, you bitch ass nigga. And it took a while for the niggas nuts to drop in the NBA like that. You know what I mean? But it's like that now. LeBron is not that dude you're talking about that is bitchy and be falling over and all of that, man. The nigga flop every once in a while as a gamesmanship, but he's a man's fucking baller right there, dog. And he's ducking on people who like it. You know what I mean?
Facts, dog. Talk that LeBron shit, dog. Talk that LeBron to the Lakers shit, because that's actually what needs to happen. I still think it's I don't know, man. It's a long shot. It's a long shot. I still think that the Lakers are still one of a group of teams. There's other situations that would actually be better for him if he wants to win a championship. But man, if he's not really all that worried about that, then shit, fuck it, come to LA, dog.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, he is worried about that. But the other thing about that is he has to orchestrate shit and get his boys on board. And so if LeBron came, it would be because it's like, hey, okay, check it out. Me, Paul George, and Boogie, we finna all go over there, dog, and fuck with Lonzo. You know what I mean? Right. Because they really technically could do that.
Yeah. They wanted to take like what, $20 million a piece or something like that.
Not even that. I mean, Boogie could be the one that is sacrificing that situation. Right, sacrificing the most. That could work. He's doing a 1-year deal or whatever. It could happen. And speaking of that trio, I'm getting to Paul George, because Paul George was booted in the first round, as I was praying to happen. I can't believe I was rooting for the Utah Jazz, but I was. And it worked. They booted Paul George out. Russell Westbrook shot nigga 5 for 100. And Paul George was over there looking sad and like he's not getting a rock. And at the end of it, they put the mic in his face and said, so you want to come back to OKC? And this nigga, of course, is like, yeah, that would be great. But do you believe that? Do you believe that Paul George?
I believe after everything that he went through before, with stating way back in the day that, hey, I want to be a Laker, and then the fine with Magic, I believe that he has learned how to walk the line and just think what you want to think, but say the right thing. Look, man, it looks like the Lakers and Paul George are actually on a collision course, especially with OKC bowing out in the first round like that, which I was not surprised at all. Carmelo Anthony is a shell of himself. Man, if I'm Paul George, forget Russell Westbrook. I'm not trying to go back and play with Carmelo Anthony again, who's already stated that he does not want to come off the bench or anything like that. Right. And he's clearly going to stay because ain't nobody else going to pay him the money that he can get if he opts into his contract this year with OKC. So if I was Paul George, I'm like, yo, like you said before, I'm looking at the Lakers, and I'm like, yo, we could have did better than that right now if you stick me on the Lakers. So now you're looking at a situation where George seems to be on a collision course with the Lakers because they're going to be desperate to sign somebody big, it seems like.
Yep.
Like they're just really going to force the issue no matter what, and it needs to be one of these three dudes. Hopefully two of them. That seems to be what they're thinking. So if George seems to be on that collision course and looking at LeBron like, hey, if you do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, well,
Fuck it.
Come on, man. Fuck it. Let's go on over there.
Welcome them with both open arms, both of them, and let's get this thing rolling and start competing for a championship.
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and do that, man. And I could definitely see that happening. But at the same time, I mean, I'm sure you could agree that he doesn't have to necessarily go to the Lakers like that. You know, there's some other teams out there. I mean,
absolutely,
you literally could fuck with. You could literally fuck with the Celtics, Doc, if you wanted to. Believe it or not, they got money, or well, they can if they wanted to, and they could get what's his name involved. He can go to Philadelphia. Him and LeBron could probably could join up in Philadelphia if they want to.
And there's a way, if he wanted to, that LeBron could go to Houston. They have the ability to make the cap room to make it happen. So like I said, too, earlier, there are actual better options for him if he wants to win a championship. But if that's not exactly where his mind is at, that's not his top priority. If he wants to move his family to somewhere, his kids, they're looking at schools in L.A. They play AAU basketball out here. His wife likes it out here. If he makes that a top priority over winning a championship, then again, that increases the Lakers' chance. And Paul George, like I said, being on a collision course, it seems seemingly with the Lakers, maybe that might influence that as well. So we'll see what's happening.
Well, you know, I gotta be honest with you, bro. And I got to play devil's advocate on one thing. I don't want to say that going to the Lakers is like sacrificing the opportunity to win a championship. Because fuck that. The Lakers could win a championship just like the rest of these bitch ass teams could do. If LeBron went to the Lakers and he brought somebody like anybody at all, instantly that day one, they would be much better than these damn Cavs are. You can't tell me they wouldn't be. You know what I mean? And LeBron James is a bad motherfucker. This dude is taking these Cavs, and I'm telling you, the way they playing right now, I would not be surprised, though. If they play the Warriors, they will get a game. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? You know, like in 300, like you make a god bleed. You feel me? You just, one last ditch effort to make the giant bleed. And it's like, oh shit, he went out, but he went out like a fucking G. LeBron would go out like a G against the Warriors right now with the way they're playing, and get a game and like have a 50-point outburst, triple double, Let him be on the Lakers and do that, dog. They might fuck around and be in them championships, dog. If they get past the Warriors, then then they're gonna blow out the East Coast team.
This is what I think. I said this before, man. I think that the Warriors championship, I believe they're going to win the championship this year. It's going to be the last time they win one. And next year will be the year that they don't win one. And that's probably when you're going to start to see this team break up. Financial issues come up, contracts come up. Clay has the ability to leave. I think somebody else does. And I think it's just going to be that time where that team starts to break up. And not winning the championship would be the catalyst for that. So if they're not going to win the championship next year, then, hey, you need to get on your high horse and do what you got to do to strengthen up your team, because the West might be wide open for a new contender next year.
Yeah, man, it might be. Now, I gotta say that that it could be, I don't know, man. It could be all we're Laker fans, so we say a lot of shit about what could go forward, and a positive note for the Lakers, man. To be honest with you and be all the way fair around, the Celtics are going to be a fucking beast of a team going forward, man. When they get Gordon Hayward back and Kyrie Irving, yeah, man. I mean, even if LeBron's probably, if he's smart, and of course the man is, he ain't just looking at the Warriors like, oh, I can't go to the West because of the Warriors over there and the Rockets. Nigga, you better look around, nigga, because the damn Philadelphia 76ers, if you don't join
Kyrie
them, they gonna be a fucking problem. And then the Celtics with Kyrie and them, yeah, that is a real problem. The Celtics are the team for the next fucking 5 years, man, if nobody don't do nothing about it.
especially out of the East. Yeah, them and the Sixers should be battling out for a while coming up. So I'm looking forward to that rivalry. That's like an old school throwback to the back in the day. So Boston and Philly are on the rise. Cleveland, not so much, man. You better get out while they're getting it's good, because they got some young guns coming after them.
Yeah, I feel you. I definitely do, man. So I mean, it's all love. It's going down, man. In this NBA playoffs, it's been real fun to watch, even though the Lakers aren't in there. I'm not as salty as I've been in other years. You know, I don't know about how you feel, man, but I've been watching just like having fun, man.
And you know what? It helps because it feels like I'm looking at these playoffs differently, because in past years, it felt like the Lakers were so far away from the playoffs and contention. But now I'm looking at the playoffs and I'm like seeing some of these teams and kind of reflecting back on how the Lakers are playing against them. And I'm like, man, the Lakers, if they keep getting better, they can already get with some of these teams. They're already ascending. You start adding a couple of these other dudes, they can really be something. So I'm looking at these playoffs a little bit differently, you know, because Lakers aren't so far removed from it, even though they're not in it. And they should be in it next year. And I haven't had that feeling in a minute. So I'm looking at them a little bit differently. I'm enjoying them a bit. The NBA, man, the league is on fire. They got a lot of good young players to watch. So it's definitely been interesting watching the playoffs, man.
Yeah, it has. It has been interesting watching it, man. It's fun because we know that the Lakers improved a lot, and then there was a lot to ride on for Laker fans. There was a lot riding on it for us. When we were watching the Utah against the Thunder, we definitely could look at that and say, man, shit, I hope they get that ass beat. That's what I thought, at least. I mean, I hope they catch a fade, and I hope Paul George just doesn't fit with the situation and this nigga bounce, dog. Because I don't want him over there. I want him in LA. And when I watch the Cavs, I'm looking at it like, ooh, I'm rubbing my hands together and saying, can we get this nigga LeBron on the squad like that? Can we get him over here? You know, because he's doing so much and having such an epic, fun run through these playoffs. And my nigga, is gonna come up short. He's going to come up short. So it just makes me just really watch it. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, nigga.
Because the Lakers have some vested interest in these playoffs, despite the fact that they're not actually in them.
Yeah. They're and there's a lot of teams that are looking at these playoffs and wondering what's gonna happen and can we get some of these players when they fall off from their squads. You know,
right.
And the same thing went with DeMarcus Cousins. We're watching the Pelicans. We're like, them niggas is balling without DeMarcus Cousins. They might fuck around and be like, you know what? We don't even want this nigga no more. And then all of a sudden, nobody has money, and he finds himself in one of those situations where, like, well, shit,
take that 1 year deal.
Let me take that 1 year deal. So the Lakers have implications coming from all over the place in this thing right now. It's dope, man. It's dope. I'm having a good time, and I hope y'all are out there having a good time, man. But there has been. Part of the good time I'm watching is there's some funny looking motherfuckers in the NBA, you know what I'm saying? Some of these dudes out here.
There is.
You know, some of these dudes are like,
you gotta get them.
What are you doing out there, man?
You gotta get them.
Bro,
get him!
Warriors are in the playoffs. Each one of these games are fucking televised. They're on ABC, nigga. They're coming on like before Modern Family, and all the children and family are gathered around the TV to watch this shit. And these niggas still ain't getting no fucking haircuts. You're still not getting it. Your edges taken care of, nigga. You're a man with edges, man. What the fuck?
Bruh, let me tell you something though, man. The Warriors are still fucking up with the hair. Hey, you know what? That's funny. Because not only are LeBron and Kevin Durant running neck and neck to see who's at the top of the league for best player, but they've also got very similar hair issues, dog. And they're running for like neck and neck to see who can salvage it the best. That terrible situation that they got going on. But, dog, did you see Stephen Curry's fade when he came back, dog? I'm starting to understand why the Warriors have fucked up hairlines, dog. I put a picture up on our Facebook page. You have to go and see it, dog. Half of this, whoever lined him up did a terrible job, chopped off a good portion of his hairline on the side of his head next to his ear.
Oh yeah.
Totally uneven to the other side, dog. And I was like, no wonder you guys always have faded hairlines, dog. This nigga was off for weeks, dog. And that's what you came back with? How?
That's what I'm saying. Hey. And what's crazy, like I said, I really do. This is what I think. I think, you know, they're a real close team and they get along with each other very well, nigga. I really think they cut each other's hair, my nigga. I'm serious. I'm absolutely serious. I think
Nick Young's back there with the fucking walls giving niggas fades on the plane or something?
No. because I think Nick Young is like, nah, nigga. He's the type that knows what shit's supposed to look like, and he wouldn't do it. I know he's an LA nigga. No, he didn't do that shit. I'm not blaming him. I would blame one LA nigga. Klay Thompson might be cutting that shit. Klay Thompson might be doing that shit. That's the only nigga in LA that'll rock one of them fucked up ass cuts they be doing. You know, maybe Draymond. That nigga got like a peanut in a wall with 3 of the fucking guards missing.
Man, Draymond's always fucking up his hairline because somebody's always telling him a joke when he's getting his hair cut. Then he busts into that big ass grin while the nigga's going across his hairline, and yeah, that's it for that nigga.
His shit look bad. But then even the rookies too. Like I'm looking at them, and you know, and they got these weird ass haircuts, dog. Where I'm feeling like, damn, nigga, like that. You're being back in the day, niggas used to like buy the rookies a suit and take them suit shopping and shit, nigga. This is how you get fresh, young boy. And now these niggas are getting into a situation where they're having veterans lead them astray, nigga. Just got them dressing weird as fuck, wearing tight ass pants and with fucked up haircuts, man. Really, dog. Like, I thought the whole metrosexual thing with the tight pants and all that, it was like high fashion. You feel me? But it's like, you're like from the bottom down, you're like that new Hollywood high fashion, but from the neck up, you're like dusty broke nigga San Bernardino hairline.
Yeah, dog. It's like a nigga that spends the day walking the street and then go home and lie about you looked for a job.
Exactly.
That's the kind of haircut you have, dog.
Yeah, they have the haircut of a nigga. The haircut of a nigga that goes to the library to be on the internet, nigga. That cut.
Yes, dog. JaVale McGee, dog. You're one of those guys.
Yes.
All of y'all. Patrick McCall. Yeah, like you said, from the vets to the rookies, dog. You guys are all doing that, dog. What's going on in the Bay?
Yeah.
Sean Livingston. What's going on with your hairline? You got that Stephen A. low cut, receded hairline all the way back to your ears.
And then he got the old school nigga with a Trans Am mustache, nigga. That nigga's got the most swagless style, dog. Like you're under 30, dog. Man, you don't fucking step your shit up, nigga. Wow. But that's all of them. That's all of them out there. I don't know. Maybe they have really busy lives. I think they practice more than everybody else or something, dog. Because nobody comes to the games playing terrible. I mean, playing great and looking as terrible as the fucking Golden State Warriors, dog.
You might have a point there, dog. You might have a point.
Yeah. They play much better than they look, nigga. And maybe us as black people, that's our damn problem. Is maybe we need to practice more and get fresh less. Is that what it is? Y'all go ahead and leave that in the comments, dog. Because, you know, I'm open to that suggestion, man. Maybe we should be somewhere practicing, nigga, instead of like getting edged up. Feel me?
Hey, everybody can't be on the box modeling for S-Curl, I guess.
Hey, anyways, man, let's go ahead and wrap this up, man, because it's about time to get out of here and see the end of this game against the Rockets and the Jazz, man.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see what happens with that, and we're going to get back to you. Like I said, it looks like the Rockets are going to win up 10 with about 8 minutes to go. So, yeah, man, join us again, man. West Coast Crossover. Follow us on Facebook. Go to westcoastcrossover.com. But follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Don't forget to download the podcast on iTunes, iHeart, any other music app that you listen to. And we'll be back with you soon with some more information in regards to the playoffs. We'll also be talking about the Lakers roster moves. Free agency is coming up. The NBA draft, that is coming up. Yes, the Lakers have a pick at the back of the first round. We'll get to looking at some of the people that might be available to them at that time. And follow us at West Coast Crossover, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, you guys make sure and check us out, man, throughout the summer, because we definitely plan on going to Summer League in Las Vegas this year. And then we'll also just be giving updates on what my man Jay Dizzle was just talking about as far as what rookies we might be selecting, man. I know a lot of y'all don't have time to do the kind of research that we do, looking at the players coming into the NBA, but there's a lot of these dudes that have been ballers since their middle school, and I've been kind of peeping them, man. So there's a few people that they could pick up at the end of the first round that I'd be interested in, and we'll talk about some of those coming up for sure, my nigga. So anyway, JD and I are out of this mug, man. Make sure you guys subscribe. Peace out to all of those that's been in the forums. We out of this mug.
Peace.